If that's good.
What do you want to do?
Move your thing over
Why?
so it can be in the middle. Like the newly crowned lesbian Marin Morris. Meet me in the middle.
She's bi.
Oh.
And oop.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
Greetings, Internet. Welcome to But I'm Still a Good Person by Vince Nicholas. I'm Vince Nicholas. I'm joined by my sparkling wifey, Carolyn Nicholas.
Hi.
Hello, honey. Thank you for joining me on our bed for our little program here. Okay, so we got Crumbl Cookies, and this has been a long time coming.
Oh, a long time dream.
It opened in West Sacramento 3-ish years ago, and we always talk about getting it. It's 2 minutes from our home. Why have we never gotten it or put it together or...
Because it's so much sugar.
Yeah.
And so we really have to be just committed and willing to dive into all that sugar.
I also think the one product lineup, like if you go to a restaurant, you go to a Chinese restaurant, there's Chow's Fun, there's fried rice, there's Peking duck, there's General Chicken. You go to Crumbl for cookies. I was always like, what? Why? There are many cookies in several grocery stores and retail establishments. I never understood the cookie as a business product,
Yeah.
business idea.
Do you remember like 10, 15 years ago, cupcake shops were super popular?
Oh yeah.
And those are also like very specific, specialized
Yeah.
stores. I wonder if the cookie craze is going to die out. It hasn't been around for that long.
Yeah.
So I wonder how long this will last.
Yeah. I think it has died. I think it should die. I don't get it. Crumbl with no E, honey. Why? I thought we were out here trying to educate these kids. Was Crumbl.com with an E taken? I wonder what's up with that. The logo is a chef with a cookie coming out of his little chef hat. Very odd. So Crumbl is expensive. Okay, when your business revolves around a frickin' cookie, you got to make that paper. You gotta make them racks in that cookie. One cookie, if you just walked in there and bought a cookie, is $5. It is a sizable cookie, but it's still a cookie for $5. And then they get the 4-pack and up to a 12-pack. And the more you go, obviously, the less the cost is. To where we got a 6-pack for $25 on Saturday. You could do delivery within the app. It's about $8, and that goes up to the more you have delivered. Again, delivering cookies. You better be high as a motherfucker kite, or lazy, or I think a lot of this stuff is work, man. You just expense it off work. Oh, let's get some cookies for the meeting. Okay. And they'll deliver it for $15. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. Boggles my mind. They got mini cookies. Do you think we should have gotten the mini cookies?
No.
Well, we did split everything up.
Yes.
Into fourths, me, you, Lennox, and Luna.
Yeah, I cut every single cookie we got into
Yeah.
fourths.
Yeah.
Fourths?
Fourths. Some are chilled. Some were, well, most were warm. One was chilled that we got today. So that's something, that's a wrinkle in the cookie world. You can buy a board game in the app for $20. Okay. Cookie Monopoly or something. I don't know. They look dumb. Parker Brothers would have none of this.
I want to play it. I wish you'd bought it.
Okay, lover.
Get it for my birthday.
Okay. I will. Also within the app, you can buy a cookie cutter. So it's this cutting device that is divided into 4 to perfectly cut that cookie into 25% each. I think that's poppycock. That's crazy talk. Okay. $5 for a freaking cookie cutter. I have a cookie cutter. It's called my wife with a spatula. You did a dang good job, honey.
Yeah, thank you.
You're worth $6.
I could work at Crumbl.
Yeah, exactly. They have crumble cream. Our particular crumble did not have. It's just ice cream, but it's $5 for a tiny little cup of ice cream that comes with the cookie. Actually bought Blue Bunny pecan and praline with a caramel ribbon. Super bussin' in anticipation of these cookies. You can also, so this is annoying in the app. You get through the order process and then the tip pops up. Default tip is $5. Okay. Like these employees are just baking cookies. They're doing their job. $5 tip on a $25 tab. And in the app it says 100% of the tip go to the bakers.
I don't trust that.
Right.
I think it's going to the franchise owner.
Right.
So
And
I'm not giving.
are they bakers?
Yeah, they bake.
Well, you're a baker too.
Yes, I am. Give me a tip.
Exactly. We're all bakers. It felt odd. $5. So yeah, 20%. And okay, they're just putting cookies in a pink box. I don't know. Didn't sit right with me. And I was gonna tip in cash, but they didn't have a tip jar, and I didn't feel like asking. Okay, I didn't want to push the issue. One thing so they do the baking there or the mixing. What's going on, honey?
I know nothing. This
Yeah.
is just a guess. I think that the Crumbl Corporation sends out like packages of like powder cookie mixture.
Right.
And then what they do there in the store, I'm guessing, is add 3 eggs,
Okay.
add half a cup of oil.
Yeah.
Like when you buy like an instant brownie mix at the store or
Yeah.
an instant cookie mix.
Yeah.
So there is baking involved, but
Yeah.
it's not purely 100% from scratch.
Yeah. Is it baking or just adding
What's
stuff?
the difference?
Mixing, folding. I know that was a guess, but I'm taking it as 100% truth, darling.
Okay.
Because I don't care and I know nothing about nothing. So they are folding stuff. They are mixing. They are putting things together. And you stayed in the car. I left my car on with the AC on because it's hot.
Yeah. I told you not to do that.
I know you did.
I hate when people leave their cars on, leave their cars running and they get out. I hate that.
Well, it was just for a minute or two.
Yeah, I would have
And
survived.
So you would have stayed in the car. Would the windows have been rolled up? It was hot,
No,
man.
I would have rolled the window down.
It was
Or
it was in the 90s.
I would have opened my door or rolled the window down.
Sorry for being a gentleman, concerned about my lady. So they are cooking. They are doing whatever, baking, I guess. But right there in the front, they had a carton, like one of those 30 carton of 30 eggs, where it's 6x5. It's a whole buttload of eggs there. And then and there were like most of them were broke, so they were baking, but it was like unappealing and unappetizing to walk in here and see 20 broken eggshells in this carton. I was like, shouldn't you guys be cleaning this up? There are only two female employees there, and I don't know. It was odd, odd experience. They didn't seem too jazzed that I was in there. Maybe they saw that I didn't tip, or maybe they just maybe they're mad at the Crumbl labor conditions, which you'll inform us about later, honey, or something. So we bring them home. We got the 6-pack, pink box. Bring it home. You cut it into fourths. Was it 25%? Was there like a 26%?
Oh, yeah, it was
And maybe
uneven.
24%.
Some were cut more perfectly than others.
We should have spent that $5 on that cookie cutter lover. So just overall, what is your thoughts, feelings, comments, reflections on the Crumbl product, and then we'll go through each individual one, darling.
The cookies are big and
Yeah.
they're thick.
Yeah.
So that's good. It's like, at least you feel like you're kind of getting your money's worth.
Yeah.
They're so sweet.
Yes.
They're like, I thought I might like have a heart attack from sugar overdose.
Overpoweringly sweet.
I was literally concerned for my health.
Yeah.
And
Your blood sugar
Yeah.
spiked.
the center of Crumbl cookies are kind of undercooked.
It's really weird.
And apparently this is a thing. This is
Yeah.
normal.
Yeah.
We Googled it after
Yeah.
because we were like, are our cookies supposed to be like this?
Yeah.
So yes, they are supposed to be really like gooey in the center,
Yeah.
which
No. Yeah, I know.
I kind of like. I don't like when a cookie is overdone.
See, I like soft in the center, but this was raw
It's
cookie
borderline
dough
raw.
in the center, undercooked. It was just like, what the hell's going on here? And I hopped on the Reddit. Well, I did the Google, and then it led me to the Reddit. And apparently, this is a thing. And the idea is that Crumbl is baking your cookie. You come get it, and since they think you're not an animal and you won't wolf it right down, it's supposed to continue cooking inside this box. But we are animals. I'm a giant bear. So we devoured it almost immediately upon coming home. But we did, I mean, we didn't eat everything. And then a few hours later, we went back to it and had a few more bites. It was better.
Yeah, all the cookies were better after having
Yeah.
sat for a few hours.
Yeah. Well, I feel like the employees should say, hey, it's a little undercooked. It's a little raw in the middle. But if you wait an hour or two, it'll be a normal cookie. Or they should tell you on the website or the app. They should give you a heads up. But if you pick it up and then consume it relatively quickly, you're gonna be eating a lot of raw cookie dough, and I did not like it.
And oop.
Okay, so the flavors: semi-sweet chocolate chunk, chocolate chip. They throw salt on here, which it was enough with caramel and sea salt, but now they're throwing sea salt onto chocolate. Did you have any particular feelings about this one, darling?
It was a fine chocolate chip cookie.
Yeah,
Nothing outstanding about it.
not worth $5. And get the hell out of here with that sea salt. Toffee cake with this was $1.50 extra. This is like when a Panda charges extra for a premium item entree.
Yeah, this isn't a cookie.
Correct,
It's
yeah.
a tiny cake.
Yeah. Chocolate cake soaked in melty caramel sauce topped with whipped cream and chopped toffee pieces. I didn't get the toffee pieces, but I enjoyed this.
I got those pieces.
There was a lot going on, a lot of different textures. Again, too sweet,
It was so good.
but it was good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Next one we have blueberry pancake, a warm blueberry pancake cookie topped with a blue buttermilk glaze and a buttercream dollop. It's supposed to resemble like a dollop of butter on your pancake. What'd you think about this one, darling?
This was my favorite.
Yeah,
That blueberry glaze was so good.
it was good.
That buttercream dollop was bust. I loved this cookie.
It was good. It tasted like a blueberry pancake.
Yeah.
But you know what else tastes like a blueberry pancake? A blueberry pancake! Yeah, I thought this was my second favorite of the six. Next one, ultimate peanut butter. It's the most like direct, regular, straight laced cookie of the day. I thought it was a fine peanut butter cookie.
It's a fine peanut butter cookie. Nothing, again, similar to the chocolate chip. It was like,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, not worth $5. Make you holla. Next one, mint cookies and cream. This was chilled. A chilled cookie and cream cookie frosted with delectable mint blue buttercream. What'd you think, darling?
It was so good.
Yeah, I liked it. I liked it a lot.
I liked the chilled aspect.
Yeah.
That was interesting.
It was Luna's favorite also. The mint was subtle. It wasn't overpowering like some mint chocolate chip ice creams you eat. It's like eating toothpaste. But the mint flavor here was low key, and I liked it. It was my favorite or second favorite with the blueberry pancake one. Whatever. They go back and forth. And then finally, kitchen sink. An original cookie mixed with semi-sweet chocolate chips and rolled in a blend of salty potato chips and pretzels for the perfect crunch. What'd you think?
The kitchen sink cookie was pretty good.
Yeah,
I did like the crunch, all the texture thrown in there.
yeah. It wasn't offensive, but it wasn't a great cookie by any means. It was fine.
I noticed that my two favorite cookies both had frosting on top.
Ah,
And I think without the frosting, they were just kind of meh.
yeah. They're just regular cookies. A few years ago, there was a sort of craze, speaking of the cupcake craze, but a few years ago, there was a craze of chips that they would dip into chocolate. And I I had a piece here and there. It was always off. Potato chips and chocolate do not mix, do not belong together, and especially pretzels. Throwing that into a cookie, okay, whatever. I mean, it was fine, but it didn't need. And another thing was that our crumble didn't have a sugar cookie, which is like infamous.
Yeah, for a long time, Crumbl, like every week, they have their classic pink sugar cookie, like with pink
Yeah,
frosting,
yeah,
and then they mix up the other cookies that they offer.
yeah.
I don't know if that's still a thing any Crumbl does, but ours doesn't have that pink sugar cookie.
Well, yeah. The selection varies. I bounce between the Delta Shores crumble and the Natomas crumble, and the pink cookie is available and alive and well and in the Sacramento
Oh, thank
area.
goodness.
Put the pink cookie on the on the phone. I want to hear it. I want to hear it breathe. I want it to talk to me. I want to know it's alive. So, but for whatever reason, our crumble didn't have ice cream. Our crumble didn't have no pink sugar cookie, and it had a bunch of cracked, broken eggs in full view. I'm all for transparency. I'm all for the open kitchen concept. But yeah, this crumble was a sight to be seen. So, honey, Crumbl versus Mrs. Fields versus Insomnia, which we haven't had yet, but we want to. Do you have any thoughts on the trifecta there?
I haven't had a Mrs. Fields cookie since I was a kid, I think.
Same.
Inside a mall.
Yeah.
That's the only place I ever see them. I remember not being impressed with Mrs. Fields.
Oh,
it's just a
really?
basic cookie.
Wow. Well, so is Crumbl.
No, no, no.
For $5. Maybe Mrs. Fields come with the nostalgia of the mall.
I really want to try Insomnia.
Yeah. Yeah. See, I would put Mrs. Fields as above Crumbl, again, from what I remember 30 years ago. But like their cookies were crunchy,
I hate crunchy cookies.
but soft. He went on to say, but soft, not too crunchy, just harder edged on the outside, but then soft and chewy and crumbly on the inside. I would put their texture from 30 years ago above Crumbl. But yeah, we'll definitely do Insomnia. There's one in Debco, if you will. So sugar cookies, the Mormon Church, honey. Do you have some research for us?
Yeah.
And oop.
Let's go. Start. Crumbl Cookie was founded in...
Crumbl Cookie was founded in Logan, Utah.
Yes.
And in Utah, there's obviously a large Mormon population, and
Really?
Mormons aren't supposed to drink coffee. They're not supposed to drink alcohol.
Right.
So in lieu of like,
What about drugs? Fentanyl, weed? No? Okay.
so instead of like a ton of coffee shops everywhere and a ton of bars everywhere,
Yes.
you find these tons of sugar places. Like there's a bunch of soda shops,
Right.
there's cookie shops, there's
Right.
ice cream.
Yeah.
So that's been like a big booming business that has been originating out of Utah.
Yeah.
And Crumbl Cookie started there.
That's crazy. So one vice is bad, but another vice is accepted. I guess, listen, alcohol is worse than a frickin' cookie. But, I don't know, it's all pleasure on some level and a weakness, I guess.
Yeah, so
And oop.
have you ever heard of a dirty soda?
No.
Okay, so this is a Utah soda shop thing. So a dirty soda
Yeah.
is when they add syrups to a soda or milk or creamer.
Wow.
And yeah, so they do their cookies really fancy and extravagant. They do their soda up extra.
They do their temples really fancy and extravagant, am I right? Okay, I guess that's cool. But what do you think about that? Is one vice fair exchange for another?
Well,
I'll give up alcohol, but I need my soda pop with extra sugar.
if humans always have to have a vice.
Yeah,
So you take one vice away, we will find a way to fill it with another.
yeah,
And I think food is an obvious choice to fill that void.
yeah,
And sugar especially. Sugar is very addictive.
yeah,
So you'll keep coming back for it.
yeah.
And it'll make you good business if you are selling it.
Yeah, gotcha.
And oop.
That's crazy. And listen, we all need something to get through the drudgery of life. Am I right?
Exactly. We all need a little treat.
Yeah, yeah. So more stuff going on this weekend. Twice this weekend, we've been woken up with Luna coming into our room carrying Frankie. It's been the bomb. It's so much fun. Although yesterday I was awake, you were still sleeping, so I saw her come in with Frankie, and I was like, "Oh my gosh, look who's here!" But then this morning, we both were sleeping, and she just threw Frankie onto my feet, and I woke up abruptly, and I was like, "What's going on? What's going on?" But it was still nice to be woken up by darling daughter and our terrified weirdo of a cat, Frankie Blue Nicholas. We're on the Olipop bandwagon, honey. Can you explain our entrance into this arena of pre and probiotic sody pop?
We have a podcast friend
Yes.
who was always going on and on about Olipops. So about a year ago, we tasted our first Olipop.
Yeah.
She influenced us, and we bought one or two.
Yeah.
And then we stopped for a long time.
Yeah.
But now we're back at it. Our fridge is full of Olipop.
Yeah.
And we're drinking each of us 1 to 2 a day.
Yeah. It's our parasocial podcast friend. Her name is Megan Rage, and she does the What the Chuck podcast. Yeah, we're on it. Listen, and Olipops can be up to $5 based on some grocery stores where you can find it. But at Walmart they're under $2. Okay, $1.97, under $2. I said. And last week we bought 20. This week we bought 20, and I don't want to be out here spending $80 on sody pop, but I like being regular. Okay, straight up. I like its effects on my BMs, if you will.
Every can of Olipop has 9 grams of fiber.
Yeah.
So it's helpful,
Yeah.
let me say.
And it's, you said it best. It's not a lot of calories, or about 30 calories, give or take.
About 4 or 5 grams of sugar per can.
Very little sugar. But it's been helping with me in the bathroom, and I'm all in, and it is a premium product. Even a 4-pack, they don't do the 6-pack. They do the 4-pack. It's still $8. But and they're not good. They're not good, but
okay.
They're not bad. They're perfectly fine, just like the freaking Crumbl Cookies. But yeah, I have to stop myself from drinking a second one. Well, I'm scared to drink a second one, but I also want to see what happens. So Frankie's caretaker, while we were in Santa Cruz, a lovely neighbor of ours, we got her a $35 Starbucks gift card and a card we wrote to say thanks. And then we came up with the idea. I came up with the idea. We came up with the idea of writing it from Frankie's perspective. What did you write in the card, honey?
I wrote, in quotation, meow. And then I wrote, that means thank you from Frankie. Like, thank you for taking care of me while my family was gone.
Thank you for taking care of me while my family was left me to starve for the pursuit of pleasure.
I wanted to put his little paw in some ink.
I know.
And do a paw print, but that just...
We should have.
I don't know how to make that happen.
Yeah. Ink and his little paw, honey. It was a little cringe. Luna did not like the idea, but we sent it. I thought it was cute. Okay, so we went to Vientiane, which is a Thai Laotian place right around here. And yes, it was the second time in 3 weeks, but their food is good. But so we get our waiter the other day, and he comes in, takes our order. And so there's a couple parties there, a couple tables. It's a small restaurant. There's 2 waiters. The other waiter has like a little touch pad thingy, like waiter order taker thingy in his hand. So he's punching in your order, whatever. But our waiter didn't have one. So he comes to our table. Yeah, what'd you guys like? And we start ordering. And for each one, he kind of looks off into the distance, and he goes, okay, I got it. So he's like memorizing our order or trying to remember our order. And I was like, okay. I hate when they do that.
I hate when they do that. I've had it at other restaurants, and the waiter just seems so pretentious about it. And it's like, you're not doing anything by being able to memorize my order.
Right.
You're just making me anxious.
Right.
You're not a better waiter because you can memorize my order.
Right.
And you might mess it up.
Right. Unless you're like freaking Carl Sagan or Gary Kasparov, I don't trust your memory. If you want to improve your memory, play that freaking card game memory. Okay, you pick up this card. Oh, it's a tractor. Oh, the tractor card's over there. And you pick up the other card. That's a tractor. Hey, I win the memory game. But dude, okay. And what if it was a party of 8? What if we had 30 people there? Would he do it by memory still? And I understand if it's one person, I would like a Diet Coke. Okay, I can memorize that. I would like a burger and a Diet Coke. Okay, no problem. But we had a couple items, and it was like, what are you doing, dude?
And we had a couple, like, no sprouts on this.
Yeah.
Beef on that.
Yeah.
So we had a couple of alterations, too.
It's like he's playing a game with us. He's playing with our hearts and minds. Yeah, I was just like, why? Just write it down. Just write it down. Just write it down. You can do memory and write it down at the same time. And then he only refilled our water. Oh, he didn't even refill our water. And we had spicy food, and it was hot. And then he forgot our sauces. So we had a bunch of food, and we were expecting sauces. And then the sauces came several minutes later. So I don't know. I mean, maybe he's in Mensa. Okay. Maybe he's a freaking rocket scientist or the next Jeff Bezos, but just write down our freaking order, and so we know you'll get it right. You know you'll get it right. It's just why does he do that? Why?
And oop.
So we gave away a bunch of clothes to Goodwill this weekend. Can you talk about the process, honey, about the drive up donation Goodwill?
It's a giant warehouse,
Yeah.
and there's some double doors leading in with a little ramp,
Yeah.
and the employees push around these giant carts so you can throw your crap into it.
Yeah.
You're not allowed inside that building.
Correct.
Unless you're an employee.
Yeah.
So if you're in your car, all the cars form a little queue.
Yeah.
You stop in front of the door when it's your turn, and they
Yeah.
come out to you, take your stuff.
Yeah. We pulled up. There were about 5 or 6 cars ahead of me. And I was like, I ain't waiting. So I parked where I shouldn't have parked. And I grabbed a couple garbage bags. We had all of our clothes in just regular garbage bags. And I walked in and I just dumped them off. And I walked inside the warehouse. I dumped them off right there. And then I came back out. And the guy yelled at me, "Hey, can you get in line, please?" And I was like, okay.
Yes.
I had one more bag.
I'm with him. I am with the guy yelling at you. You knew you're not allowed in there.
You knew you not.
You knew you're not.
I know, but some people, like they bring their whole freaking apartment in their car, and it takes forever. Some people are either old or they don't want to get out of their car because they're lazy or whatever, so they need help. I get it. But I don't need help. I lift. At least I used to. I'm really strong. At least I used to be. So I just had a couple garbage bags. I drop it right off.
They have a process. They've
Yes.
figured this out. They know what they want and need. You have to wait your turn. You have to wait. You have to be patient.
There's got to be a quicker way for. I have 6 garbage bags that I can drop off in 10 seconds, and I don't need to wait for the guy helping the lady with all the pottery and
It would
dishes.
be nice. It would be nice if they had just like a giant cart sitting there.
Yeah.
And if you don't want a receipt for your taxes
Yeah,
or
right.
something, you can just drop your stuff and go. But I think they must have in the past gotten a lot of things that they're not supposed to have.
Yeah.
Like liquids or toxic materials. So I think they kind of have to
Yeah.
check everything before they take it.
Yeah. Well, we've gone there many times over the past few years, and I've gone there and there's no one to be seen nor heard of, so I have to walk inside and drop my bags off. And then some employees don't mind, don't care. This is the second time I've been yelled at. I've been berated and chastised for trying to give to the poor. Okay, fine. I'll just burn all these clothes right here, sir. Is that what you want? Is that what you need? Today is Father's Day, honey. Me, Alan Fisher, and Grandpa Curtis are still waiting for your Instagram post dedicated to us three and how we're lovely men, fathers, husband, teacher,
Okay.
wives.
I called my dad and he didn't answer his phone.
Yeah.
Okay.
I called my stepdad, talked to him for a little. I sent him a card also. When are you, Lennox and Luna, gonna make me breakfast in bed?
You got Frankie in bed this morning.
That's true. That's true. That is the best Father's Day present ever.
And I made you a terrible dinner tonight, so...
It wasn't terrible. Well, it wasn't your fault. It was you just warmed stuff up. It was terrible on it beforehand.
I didn't actually cook.
But you're not a fan of Mother's Day, right?
I'm not a fan of Mother's Day or Father's Day.
Yeah.
It doesn't need to exist, okay?
You feel it's performative.
Yes.
Yeah. I don't know. I go either. Listen, and the socials is so annoying today because people endlessly publishing about their dad and typing about their dad and writing about their dad. And for the people who are whose dad are no longer with us on Earth, that's a whole nother set of sad.
Right.
Like I don't need to. How about you grieve in privet, and also celebrate in privet. But a card and breakfast in bed would have been nice, but whatever. Every day is nice, and I know I'm taking care of Lennox and Luna, being a wonderful stepfather and role model and provider to them.
I thought we agreed a long time ago that we weren't going to do anything for each other on these days. You don't do anything for me.
Yeah, correct. Well, the other angle is that I always think it's weird I mean, you are a mother, but you're not my mother. So on Mother's Day, I call my mama, okay? And celebrating you as a mother. You're my wife. You're my woman. You're not my mother. So I always thought that angle was odd. But it's fine. I kept, we were all hanging out and I said, so Lennox and Luna, when are you going to call me? I'm waiting for your call. And Luna said, oh, it's Father's Day. And they wished me a happy Father's Day / Stepfather's Day, which is lovely and fine. I don't know. It's fine. I don't think it's a big deal. And I don't care either way. But yeah, it is. Are you going to try to call your daddy back?
No, I texted him.
Okay.
So.
The bare minimum.
I tried calling.
Yeah. Well, you should have left a voicemail, darling.
I'm anti-voicemail.
That's true. That's a good point. That's Alan Fisher's Father's Day gift. No,
not having a voicemail.
Not
exactly.
having to check his voicemail. Yes. Frankie vomited today, and that's Frankie for you. That was his Father's Day present to me. Thanks, Frankie Blue. We watched Bratz, the documentary about the Brat Pack, directed and hosted by Andrew McCarthy. Is that his name?
Yeah.
What did you think about this stupid documentary, honey?
I think Andrew McCarthy needs to go to therapy.
He needs to move on, Drew.
This has controlled his emotions and his energy for far too long.
Let me summarize the documentary. When I was famous and I was a celebrity and I made a lot of money. Boo-hoo. He talks to Emilio Estevez, who is over it. He's like, why are you in my kitchen? Why are we chatting about this?
Emilio Estevez's body language and facial expressions, you can tell he's barely tolerating Andrew McCarthy being there, the cameras being there.
Pure
very
courtesy.
Uncomfortable.
Yeah. By the way, he still looks great, but he looks like Martin. And he's a little chubbier now, whatever. He gained a little weight. But he's still handsome. But he looks like Martin Sheen. The resemblance is uncanny. Ali Sheedy is at peace with it. Demi Moore everyone has moved on from it.
Except for Andrew McCarthy.
He interviews, she's like a movie exec or a PR lady or whatever, and she was like, I loved it. I loved the branding.
Yeah.
No, bad press is all press is, there is no bad press or whatever. She's like, you guys should have owned it, and I loved that you guys, it separated you, and you had...
Yeah, it made them even more iconic than they otherwise would have been.
Yeah, you had a label instead of just being just a regular 20-something actor. She was I thought her assessment was spot on.
Yeah, she had the best perspective of it.
They should have owned it.
They should have owned it.
Yeah, we're brats. Yeah, we're young. Yeah, we're talented. Yeah, we have money. Yeah, we party. Who cares? This could never happen today. Because of the news cycle, nothing permeates like it used to. It didn't matter 40 years ago. Was it 30 years ago? 40 years ago. 1980 something. It didn't matter 40 years ago. It really doesn't matter now. But I guess when you're in that bubble 40 years ago, what Hollywood used to be and show business and entertainment and acting, I guess I could see his perspective, but you just gotta, it was just like, whatever, you gotta get over it, bro. You gotta get over it. But yeah, something like that could never happen today. And the best part is at the end, he confronts the guy who came up with the term, who coined the term, the Brat Pack. And it was a pretty good back and forth, but the guy was like, dude, there are trade-offs to being famous, a celebrity. And that's one of them. You take some hits, you take some knocks, but you get a life of privilege and access. And yeah, Andrew McCarthy, it's time to move on. It's an hour and a half of whining. It could have been a half hour. It could have been like 2 segments in Dateline or 2020 or whatever.
And it turns out he's also written a book
Yeah.
before he did this documentary. Like, dude.
Yeah.
Stop putting so much energy towards this.
Yeah.
He needs something else in his life or something.
Yeah. Go back to acting. And then I watched Acolyte, the first 3 episodes. The Wokealite, am I right? Listen, it's an excellent television show. All the haters, all the right-wing pundits, all the conservatives, it's woke. There's too many girls. There's too many POC. Shut up. It's excellent. You got to move past that. It's a very good Star Wars TV show. Yeah, it's a wrinkle, and it's weird that they're giving time to a couple unknown teenage actresses. I'm speaking specifically to episode 3, but it's done very well. The Jedi are not perfect. They're not choir boys. They got the twin sister dynamic where one goes bad, one is good, but obviously they're family, so they're still battling it out. They have that angle on it, and it's a fantastic show. I mean, I'm 3 episodes in, it's 8 total, but I don't understand. Listen, it's stupid. Okay, let me start from the beginning. Star Wars all entertainment is stupid. It's just entertainment. It's just entertainment. Okay, so that's the first level. The second level, the backlash. Oh, it's woke. Oh, there's too much people of color and the lesbian witches and go woke, go broke. That's stupid too. Like, it's just they're breaking canon. They're breaking lore. Shut up. Who cares? It's stupid. So, entertainment is stupid. Backlash to entertainment is stupid. And then, we were in the car yesterday, and I was reading an explainer to you about the whole thing, this whole encompassing controversy. That was also stupid. So, George Lucas's Star Wars is stupid. Right-wingers on YouTube are stupid. Backlashing, lashing out against this is stupid. And then trying to get a grasp on this entire thing is also stupid.
Is the last 3 minutes of this podcast stupid?
Yes. Yeah, this podcast is stupid. Every podcast is stupid. Okay.
Well, that's true.
Every TV show is stupid. Every movie is just okay. Maybe stupid is the wrong. It's dumb. It's just for entertainment. So okay. The twin gals were born of an immaculate conception that minimized and nullified Anakin. Shut up. Stupid. Did I mention stupid? Alrighty, where are we done, honey?
Yeah.
Okay, well that's the end of the program. It's been fun, but not really. Let's all try a little harder next time. I'm sweating out of breath.
I know, you got really worked up there.
This is the 4th level of stupid. Me trying to explain how everything is so stupid. Like, comment, subscribe, follow, review, and rate. Or don't. Do whatever you want. You're going to make your own decisions. Do what's best for your family. Please be sure to use our promo code for Olipop. We don't have a promo code for Olipop, but get it from Walmart, okay? Don't be out here paying $5 per can. Walmart, it's under $2.
Drink responsibly.
Yes. Drink responsibly. Eat your sugar responsibly. Utah. We don't have a promo code. Goodbye, my parasocial podcast friends. I love you. My wife and I love you. We hope you have a good day today and tomorrow. And sure, my wife may have not gotten a card for Alan or me. That's okay. I don't need one. But she's still a good person, and we're still good people. Thank you for caring. Thank you for listening. Thank you for sharing. We hope you have a wonderful day / night. Bye-bye.
And oop.
We got chicken.
Is that crispy, juicy tender? I can't eat no longer. And oop.